All right, guys, we are back at the same spot. I'm pretty sure this will just happen every time. Yeah, so obviously the last time I was with Michael, I kind of just got back here. My brain was a little bit sporadic with everything, and I was weak as shit. I was weak as shit. And it's been a couple of weeks now. Training is in full flow, which is great. And we are now, it's the wrong app. So I haven't started prep yet, but I actually start prep in 2 weeks and 1 day. So we're 20 weeks out from the first show, and we start prep at 18 weeks, which is exciting. So much has gone on in 2 weeks, but it just feels nice to be back in routine. And again, I'm doing a lot of journaling and things like that, and it's just helping a lot with my mental health. And like I said, I'm gonna do a podcast on it, but just things that have helped me with kind of mental health and stuff like that, because anxiety's been pretty high the last few weeks, maybe a bit more. But yeah, we're in a good position. So I think we've got a pull workout today, so we'll get that filmed, some tips, some tricks. And then actually we're posing with John afterwards. At 12:30 we're doing a posing. So every Thursday I'll pose with John now, just to get good at posing. I messed up when I was a junior. So I think my last show was 3 years ago as a junior in men's physique. And I just wasn't any good at posing. And it's something that you can't neglect, especially now that I'm doing classic and things like that. There's no hiding. There's no hiding your physique. At the end of the day, you're wearing underwear on a stage. You cannot hide. You've got lights on you. So we need to do everything possible to bring the best look possible. So, and I promise you now when I say it, the next 20 weeks you're gonna be like, you're gonna see a whole different me. I feel really really aggressive with this goal. I'm just fucking hungry for it. I need it. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be very, very exciting. So anyway, I've wrapped up some work here, wrapped up some client check-ins and things like that. And we're gonna head to the gym soon. So yeah, but it's gonna be an exciting journey, documenting the whole way. So let's go pull some things off the ground and then put them back down really carefully. Right guys, we are listening to some filthy hip hop. Well, it's not really filthy hip hop, but we're listening to some hip hop. Get ready for the gym, and we are writing down the session. So we got pull and abs today. And obviously I'm just going back from last week's session that I did and then writing down this week's session. Just writing down the numbers, knowing what I hit last time, etc. So then all I look for this week is progress all round. So obviously this can come from just cleaner, better reps, same weight, same reps potentially, but I might perform those reps better. The movements might just feel nicer. I feel better contractions. Again, I could get extra reps, I could increase the weight. So that's what we're looking for today's session, but we're just writing down those baselines from the week before. And it doesn't have to be fancy, like just write some key notes down on a notepad, use your phone. As long as you're progressively getting better in your training sessions, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And just focus on just doing the small things every day. The small things every day. And when you compound those over weeks and months and years, the outcome's always pretty good. A bit like if you put £5 every week into a savings account and you've got an interest of like, even if it's shit, like 4 to 7%, what would that look like in 15 years time if you kept putting £5 away every week? I don't know the outcome, I don't know the final number, but it's probably a nice number, so you get the point. Yeah, Jack Sparrow, get the course case because you married a fucking hoe who was a psychopatho. Dodging karma. I'm gonna be a rap star. I'm gonna give up on fitness and be a rap star. Skirt, skirt, mama. Alright guys, the benefit. This is generally why I probably don't drive here. Number one, probably can't be bothered. Number two is that you can just reply to everyone. Like I can get all client check-ins done, I can get all their form videos done and things like that. It's just so nice. So, but it kind of just got me thinking as well, like generally the people that make the best results are the ones that communicate with you the most. So like anything, having a healthy relationship requires good communication. Same with coach and client. Make sure you're talking to your coach. Make sure you're sending them training videos of you training. Make sure you even just letting them know on kind of how life is as well. And I did exactly the same thing with Cam recently. I was just like, mate, I just told him kind of how I was feeling, what's going on. So then he was like, well, that's expected. Like, the sleep's not as good because you're a bit anxious at the moment. So they fully understand. And the better communication you can have and purely being honest and transparent, it will, number one, make you feel a lot better, and it will get you better results. So just don't be afraid to talk, speak out, share your footage, share everything with someone, as much as you want to, of course, because you will benefit from it long term. You never know how loud to talk when that music's on. All right, guys. Oh. Any upper body session, I just like to warm up kind of like using a band. Whatever that was. Just like to open up the kind of the shoulders, shoulder blades, just kind of get some movement into the delts. Because every movement you do upper body, something's going to happen with your shoulders. So they're going to be moving, they're going to be doing something. So just like to open them up a little bit. And I kind of imagine like snapping it, squeezing my shoulder blades together, and just, if I feel tight, just play around with it. And then again, just get some blood into the back as well. All right, guys, with this one, I'm just getting warmed up. We'll start with this like prime single arm row, but just getting the connection into the back, just feeling the lats. Elbow driving into the hip. Just getting that nice stretch at the base, but just keeping that chest proud the whole time. When I row in, I'm just lifting my chest up into it and squeezing that elbow around my spine into my hip. You notice that when you know you're working weight, warming up, you just do a couple of reps here or there. Nothing too crazy. I only do that because this machine handles a bit downhill, so the weights slide off. Worst headphones in the world. They just slide off your head. But they're more social headphones. 6 to 9 reps. Nice squeeze, nice and controlled. Left side was a little bit not as pretty, but I still felt a good contraction, and like you're always gonna have one side a little bit weaker or stronger than the other, so it's cool. We'll just pull the weight back a little bit. Second set, it's gonna be about 10 to 12 reps. It's alright, I'll take that. Feel good, feel good. At the end of the day, like, there's that hard thing, like, being too perfect with the reps, and sometimes just fucking rowing it. Like, the last few reps should never be pretty. There shouldn't be pretty reps towards the end. Like, last couple of reps, as long as the form's there and you're safe and you can get the contraction, don't worry about a bit of a swing. It's all good. And we don't have to travel far, so that's always a bonus. Oh, that's cardio, man. I can't wait to start cardio and get fitter. 2 weeks, baby. 2 weeks. And then we got, I say that now, I'm looking forward to now. I'll probably say to Michael, like,
8 weeks in, I'm like, I'm over it. I'm hungry, I'm tired, but that's what you sign up for. It's been like that forever. It's not really out of order. Alright guys, whatever you do, take your time. Warming up is always a big one. Do a couple of reps before you go into that working weight, but also just take your time setting up the machine. Make sure seats, handles, if you're in a leg machine, make sure all the adjustments are there for you, then get into it. Take your time, take your time. There's loads of people jump into it and the machine isn't set up for you, and then you can see that, especially when like clients send me like workout videos, you can see that they need to set the machine up a little bit differently, because actually the movement's good, but they just need to tweak the setup of the machine. That was actually same weight, less reps, but I'm getting a much deeper squeeze than I used to. So technically, movement's better. Connecting with the muscle correctly, but reduce the weight. So you could see that as a negative. Oh, I'm not making progress, but relearning the movement, getting a deeper squeeze, and it feels a lot better. Maybe we should just go home now. I feel fucking beaten up, eh? Right. Fuck it, we got shit to do. Second set, then I've got a rest pause. I always think with a rest pause, if you can get more than 6 to 8 reps, I think sometimes you can go heavier on your working set. So it's kind of like a raised RDL deadlift. I raise it up purely because I just think from an anatomy standpoint, it feels a lot better. Like my shin, I guess, is quite long. So going from the ground up, it's just a little bit more like, it just feels a bit more uncomfortable. So when I raise it up a little bit, I feel a better connection in my upper back, glutes and hamstrings. And that's what we're aiming for. We're hunting for that connection and what feels comfortable. And then at the end of the day, what you can get better at. There's 2 types of lifting straps. You've got these ones, which obviously you can go here, wrap around the bar, tighten it up, and boom, you're good to lift. But the only downside to these that I found is if you have sweaty hands, that sometimes it can still roll out your hand a little bit. And now, who was it? James. James recommended me the figure of 8 ones. So this literally goes round, you just wrap it into here, and you literally can't let go. So yeah, these are just fucking bomber. So honestly, like, when you're training any kind of like gripping or pulling movement, use straps, use straps. We're not here to train our forearms. We're here to isolate our back, our hamstrings, our glutes, whatever that is. So just get your hands on like either these ones, or I would recommend the figure of 8 ones. You need to burp. You need to get a good burp out and then put this on. And it has to be pink. If it's not a pink belt, you're not gonna lift this heavy. It wasn't pretty, but it moved, and I was safe. I'll take that. It's just 1 set there. At the end of the day, if I did 2 sets, I wouldn't be recovering. And the idea is that you need to be able to recover for the next you need to be able to recover for the next session. T-bar row, do 2 sets. I think we've got a 10 to 12 repper and then a 12 to 15 repper. The first set, well, just the warm-up set. My back's obviously pretty warm now. I'll just do probably 2 feeders of like 2 reps, maybe. So you can't really like plan it, you just feel it, and then you're like, okay, that's enough. And then I'll do a working set. You can see on this machine, it's gonna be a wider grip. So gonna be wider here, which is gonna be more upper back focused. If we're pulling more into here, it's gonna be more lat focused, but we're gonna go driving into that armpit, which will be that upper back focus. I was looking in the mirror when I did that just to check that I was pulling the right way. At these figure of 8 ones, if you have like machine where you don't even have to strap up, you just slide in. So you don't have to wrap your wrist around and, God. Do you know what? It feels like, you know when you recite, I wish I invented that so I could be a millionaire. That's literally all it feels like. I did come up with a £1 million idea though. Okay, wrapping paper, make it in a tin foil version, so like tin foil wrapping paper, so you don't have to ever use sellotape ever again. If someone steals that now and does it, I want 20%. It'd be a very good market for guys. Guys that can't do any form of wrapping or wrap presence, be perfect. Need a little bit longer. That's it, when it comes to rest periods, I'll write in like clients' training programs, rest as needed. And it's simple, rest as long as you need to until you feel recovered to go back into it. Like too many times, I've done it in the past, I've made the mistake like, yep, go. But you're still fatigued from that set. Take as long as you need to go back into it so you can perform at 100%. Don't go in at like a little bit short of rest and perform at 90%, we don't want that. Go into every set, 100% ready to fucking go. Oh, that was a nice knee pop. Oh, this is the thing. I keep a beard, now I look about 35, and then my body hurts, and I feel about 40. That's the benefits of training, if anyone asks you. You get old quick. I need Botox every 3 months because my forehead's already coming back. Oy, that was good. Woo, lightheaded. It's a very short workout today. It's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exercises. Well, it's pretty normal. It just feels short because the volume's less. Rear delts here. A little bit of a rear delt one. I drop the seat so it's a little bit lower than kind of or it drops the seat so it allows me to go hands slightly higher than my shoulder joint. And it just allows a nice focus into kind of that rear delt section. So when I'm in this position, I'm a little bit too high still. My hand, I'll make it slightly higher than my shoulder joint. Shoulder blades back, pulling down. And I just want to think about driving my elbows out to the side. And then squeezing the back of the shoulder. Two straight sets, 10 to 15 reps. On this last set, I'll do partials till failure. And that's literally it. So we'll just pulsate, keep the rear delt under tension the whole time. It's a fucking warm one. Oh, with my boy, he's there. Behind the scenes of IG. Alright guys, last set here, partial reps. I love that movement, eh? It's really good for like, I'm a little bit fat still, but it's a really good movement for capping off the whole shoulder. So it will give that shoulder that back effect, and it will kind of make sure, it makes you look like your shoulder kind of hangs over your back. So it makes that whole 3D effect when you work that rear delt. Easy bar curls. Nice movement, obviously the cable, giving you constant resistance compared to like a dumbbell or a barbell or whatever it is. But it's gonna be 2 straight sets here, 10 to 15 reps. Nice stretch at the bottom, almost when you come to the bottom of this, imagine trying to flex your tricep. So here, and then I want to flex my tricep, if you can see it there. You want to flex it, so that would be rep, and then flex it. That kind of gets that full extension. Common mistake with training arms is that people go way too heavy. I made that mistake for so long, doing bicep curls from like here to here. Instead, we want to open up that bicep, fully stretch it out, squeeze it. I'd probably say only in the last year, maybe, have I got more effective at training arms, and it shows. My arms are definitely bigger. You'd like to think so as well. You can see on those last few that I just got a little bit of a rock. The elbow stays still, but I just got a little bit of momentum just to cheat out those last few reps. Because those little things will pay off. We got one more exercise, and we got biceps, machine curls, one set 15 to 20, and then a rest pause. And I'm gonna wipe off some of the sweat. Gets to that point of the session where you get like the little shivers. Right, with this one, preacher curls. I don't like sitting on the seat. I like hanging over the edge. So you get that full stretch, full squeeze, and I just hate sitting down in it. 15 to 20 reps, rest for 10 seconds, rep till failure. Dig your armpits in. It feels nice. Because I couldn't get the full contraction at the end, it's just almost getting these partial reps from there to there. Wherever you can get them, the bicep's still going to be it's still going to be under tension. That's it, guys, that's it. And then we'll have a little breather, and then we'll go pose with John, which is always a fucking workout on its own. So I'll wipe down the sweat, and we go again.
Yeah, that's perfect. And then now breathe into the pose. Good. I think relax more. Really breathe in to your diaphragm. And then once you've got your chest nice and high and extended from here, pull your lower two abs in after you've breathed into the pose though. Yeah, so when I come into it, there. Good. So nice big lat, showing me the arm, hand down. And then this one, I would just flare it out the same. Stay side on, flare it out the same. This one a little bit more. Yeah, so there, good. So that your abdominals are tight. Yeah, so this is like giving yourself a chance to breathe. Breathe in, and then exhale as you turn. Yes, nice. You pretty much landed straight into it, perfect. Row back, row down, knock down. That's it, good. And then flare out. And then just tweak the, oh, what's that? Good. Just do it without leaning back too much. That's it. Perfect, man. Wicked. And then what we could do is keep these tight, just open these out, touch here. There, good. I think last time I told you here, what I'm actually gonna say is you have your big toe, like the knuckle of your big toe will fit into the groove here. You see that's the groove my sock's making. Do it like that so it's subtle. You want to keep all your transitions real simple when you do your quarter turns because they call them quite fast. Yeah. So if you're fucking about and you're the guy that's like quarter turn to your right and they're like,
and then
like I don't know what it is. It's just too much, yeah? So it just wants to be a nice quick turn. So the foot drops. As my heel drops, my hand goes down. So it's there. When that foot slides in, you hit that bit that we just done. And then boom. And that's just a really nice, clean, quick way of doing it, yeah? And foot placement. So remember the foot comes there, yeah? So hand and foot, as it drops, drop the back leg, yeah? And you want to kind of open yourself out a little bit, yeah? As you slide in the left foot, we hit that 3/4 back shot. Remember, arch your chest up. Yes, good, good. For now, I just like put you into it. The more and more you do it, you'll feel it, yeah? So trap's always down, so we get the most from the lats, and always chest higher, yeah? So when you're here and you turn into it, your chest is higher to show lats, and then just turn into your quarter turn. When you do a vacuum on all fours, you'll feel the, so exhale everything you have, exhale everything and tense your abs, and now vacuum deep into the stomach as much as you can. You should feel it like really deep, yeah, if you pull it in as hard as you can. When you're trying to ball a vacuum on a front double, it wants to hurt, yeah? If it doesn't hurt, you're not trying to pull it deep enough, because it's harder to hold a vacuum when you're standing up as opposed to like in this position. So when you practice on the floor, which is a really good way to practice, can you feel it get like, you feel it like deeper in here. That's what you want to try and feel when you're here, and you'll see the lads, they always go like that, and they always crunch over a little bit, and they go, and they pull their vacuum. It's because they're trying to crunch over a little bit to get that deep vacuum. In all honesty, I don't know the science, but for whatever reason, it's easier when you're crunched over, as opposed to trying to pull a vacuum here. So they go boom, boom, vacuum here, get it deep, and then stretch up. When you're here, yeah, come stand in this. Is that one better or is that one better? That one's better, that one's better. So when I'm here, yeah, look, you see how far your hips are like here? I'm almost putting my hips to face this wall over here. It might not work for you because it doesn't work with everyone.
I know you
but
mean, it kind of makes that midsection.
Yeah, so my right, if I was gonna do this pose this way, I'm not like here, I'm fucking over here, yeah? And you could almost probably see a bit of glute here, yeah? And my glutes are flexed forward and under, yeah? And you want to keep the leg slightly straighter, because, you know, again, do you see like how my leg looks there? That looks shit with my legs, yeah? You want to be there, and this leg wants to be trailing out, and it needs to be as much externally rotated as you can to get the sweep back up. You don't want to be here, because that's kind of like a classic pose. Nice, and then this arm's always pushing towards me a little bit. Keep it dragged back. That's it. Push into your hands. Yeah? Nice. Good. Yeah? Relax and hit it again. And splay the hands and go all the way out, nice and big. Then row down hard. Exhale, exhale, down. And then open up. Good. Don't forget that. Good. Gotta be here. Now, exhale down. Good. There. Much better on the arms. There, arms good. Nice. Wicked. Lift your right elbow a little bit. That's it. There. You have this thing, you can relax, where your right elbow seems to drop a little bit.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of people get it on one side or the other.
Yeah.
They hold it and then kind of one arm. You have to be really, really aware, conscious if that drops a little bit, because it really ruins the line.
Yeah.
In the middle. So have your right foot out turned a little bit, and then normally what I would do is, see where my heel is on the line? Yeah, my toe will go on the line as well, like that. Yeah, so your heels are essentially, well, your heels won't be, but your toe and heel will be lined up, and it's that external rotation that you get on the leg. I'll have my leg quite out turned here so that you show a lot of sweep on the quad. And I've got all my body weight on my right leg, and I'll push my hips into it, yeah? And then that comes out.
Right, we're done. You know what, I'm fucking loving the posing side of it with John. Is absolutely amazing. He's extremely, extremely good. And yeah, so literally every Thursday for the next 20 weeks, we'll be working together. There's a week where I'll be in the UK for a client shoot, and I will just do it on Zoom. But yeah, that's it. It's just like we said, like you'll see the footage from it, but it's just tweaking it as we go. And obviously the leaner I get, like I'm peak fatness right now. So the leaner I get, we'll be adjusting it. It'll feel smoother week by week, session by session. So no, it's absolutely, it's amazing, it's amazing. Very good workout as well. Bit of Ed Sheeran to get us off. But no, that's it. It's just keep keep plugging forwards and have that goal in front of us and keep working towards it a little bit better every day. So I will love you and leave you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.